So I don't know how many folks here in the room are DIY fans, but the DIY Network is a TV show on cable. And the Sapien New York office also redesigned it in 2009, I believe. And so this is just a very simple example of understanding the user's context. Now, this is live, so you guys can go on and play with it. It's DIYnetwork.com. But the first example here, this thing slides open when you come to the site, and it's a project finder. Why? Because in our research, we found that that's what people do when they come to DIY. They come to DIY because they want to work on projects. So the first example shows you when someone comes in because they have a project in mind, right? The scrolling through a bunch of rooms, and then from the rooms, they answer, what do you want to work on? So if I want to work on bathrooms, within bathrooms, I want to work on backsplashes. What's the activity? Are you trying to cut tiles? Are you trying to cut something? Are you trying to tile something? And it gives you on the spot the number of projects that match your criteria. That's one example where someone's coming in because they have a project in mind. The second one is for TV viewers. So if you've seen something on TV, it's very natural for you, if you think it's something you could do, to jump online after that to try to find it. And this was an example where you're able to pick the TV project from the show name. So this show name is Desperate Landscapes. Yep, Desperate Landscapes. And then what do you want to work on? I want to work on planters. And when was the show on? So again, user experience, methodology, and best practices are coming into play here because we found in our research that users can't quite remember when they saw something. They'll be like, oh, I saw it like a week ago, but I know what show it was. And it helps them get to the projects that they saw. So this is a very small example, but I wanted to show you what it means to design with full knowledge of the user's context. This is probably not sizing right. So this is an example of a wireframe. Think of it as the blueprint of a site, right? So if you build a campaign, if you have a campaign and you build a microsite, you would probably have a wireframe before the visuals get thrown in. So this is one example of a wireframe. This is a little bit like seeing what goes underneath the covers, right, of a site. This is kind of what was created before the site was designed and launched. But what I wanted to raise here, which I think isn't showing up very well, it's the concept of a homepage that changes during the weekdays versus the weekends. A reason being that in our research, when we went out and we went to people's homes and talked to them, it was very clear that for folks who are hobbyists, that they looked forward to the weekends because the weekends is when they were really able to, work on really difficult projects that might take 2 days. And so there was the concept of a weekday version of a homepage versus a weekend version. That's the weekend version. Okay, and notice how the weekend version calls out, do you want to work on a half day, a 1 day, or a 2 day project? So that's for people who want to work on Saturdays or Friday night all the way through into Sunday. But that's just one example of it.